Thus says the Lord to Nigeria, you have been in the valley of decision for too long. You have been in that place where you have been uncertain, and uncertain sounds have been heard. Many have fled from you. Many have disregarded you. Many have treated you as a pushover amongst the nations. Many have fled from you as a nation. And many have lost hope in you, Nigeria, as a nation. But you, Nigeria, you now enter into a time, you now enter into a season of restoration. And hopes shall now be restored. Hopes shall now be restored. I see a clock. I see a wall clock, and on that clock, the time was 10 minutes to 12. 10 minutes to 12. And I know that from that vision, the 10 minutes there represents 10 days. Today is the 19th, and in 10 days, we have the 29th. And we are all aware that 29th, if you're conversant with the happenings in Nigeria, 29th is that day of swearing in. 29th is that day where the new president ought to be sworn in. The 29th of May 2023 shall come and go, and there shall be no new president. It shall come and go, and there shall be no new president. In 10 days, I will move through your nation, Nigeria, swiftly, and my sword will cut cleanly. In 10 days, I will change the landscape in Nigeria drastically. Many who fled from you will not recognize you after these 10 days. The landscape before now has favored the villains. The villains have been favored because of the current landscape, the previous landscape. But right now, what is going to be happening within these 10 days is that I will begin to change your landscape as a nation. Overnight, the villains shall wake up and realize that all of a sudden the landscape has changed. Nigeria shall now be known as that nation that consumes its adversaries. Many who have stood as the enemies of Nigeria long before now, within these 10 days and after these 10 days, with the drastic change in the landscape of Nigeria as a nation, they shall no longer be able to thrive. They shall no longer be able to do business as usual. Because my hand is now revealed. My hand is now revealed. Nigeria shall now see the white hand of God. Nigeria shall now see the great and mighty hand of God. Many, both in their sleep, in their prayers, and in their conversations, have said, I have forsaken the nation Nigeria. And many have asked where I am when all these things have been happening. Because many expected Peter Obi to become president, but then there's been so much that has been taking place, and he is not yet president. But the Lord says, you cannot put your hope in the wrong things and expect me to meet your expectations. Have your hope in the right places. Have your hope in me. Have all of your hopes in me, and you will not be disappointed. For many have given up hope. But in this season, I shall now begin to restore hope to Nigeria. I shall now begin to restore hope in Nigeria. And in the coming days, I shall now unveil my servant, Dr. Tunde Bakare, as the next president of the nation. I have said this time and time again through my prophets. Many did not believe. Many still do not believe. But the fulfillment of this word is not up to you. Because Nigeria is currently in the palm of my hand, and Nigeria is in the front burner of my work in the nations. Change has now come to you. With or without your approval, change has now come to you. The voices of the intercessors have come up to me. The voices of the intercessors have come up to me. And the blood that has been shed before now, all the blood of the victims that have died in the struggle for a new Nigeria, I have heard their cries. Their cries have come to me. And in response to that cry, my prophet arises in your midst in the person of Dr. Tunde Bakare. My prophet, he arises in your midst as Moses, and he brings salvation. Nigeria, that was known as the place, as a territory, as a nation that was unsafe to be inhabited, unsafe for tourists to even visit, shall now be known as a safe haven. Because my hand is arising over the nation in this season. I am restoring hope. I am restoring hope. I am bringing life. I am bringing life to the nation. I am bringing life to the different mountains in the nation, the different mountains of culture. I am bringing hope. I am bringing hope, and I am bringing life. Where there has been a hopelessness, where many have given up, hope now comes. Life now comes. Look to me and wait on me, and you shall see my salvation like never before. The day of your visitation as the nation has now come. All that I have said by the mouths of my servants, the prophets, now begin to come to pass. Many have spoken in my name when I did not send them. Many have uttered lies in my name when I did not send them. But the time is now, and the time has come when you as a nation enter the fulfillment of prophecy. You as a nation, you have now entered the season of the fulfillment of prophecy. Remember, in 10 days, your landscape shall change drastically. Between today being the 19th of May and 10 days' time being the 29th of May 2023, your landscape shall change drastically, and it shall no longer be business as usual. And like I have said in times past, the kings of the earth will now begin to seek your nation out. And I will restore your economy, and your economy shall come to a point where it shall cross a tipping point, and it shall no longer have the capacity or the potential to even collapse anymore. Now you shall begin to see my hand in your nation. Do not give up hope. Look to me. Your salvation is now. Your salvation is now.